Welcome to Modular Hippo and episode 14 of the Kiribati 36 aluminium boat wiring components series or playlist. If you're new to the channel, I'm building a 36-foot aluminium boat, and on the side I'm also getting all the components that I need to be able to run this as an off-grid boat. So in this episode I'll be looking a little bit at the Lynx Distributor, as well as fixing the Sailboat screen, the touchscreen 70, onto my temporary workboard. So let's take a look. A good start is to get this Sailboat X something, I can't remember what it's called, up on the wall. I'm thinking of putting it up here so it's easy to see. So luckily they send this frame that you can then screw to the wall and then just slot the screen into place. So I'm going to start with that. The frame came with these little screws that goes into the back of the actual screen. So I drilled 4 holes and a little hole in the middle to feed the cable through, so that it simulates how it would be installed permanently. So with the Victron 70 screen now temporarily mounted on the wall, I have the cables coming out from the back, coming up here. So this is the HDMI that goes into the Sailboat GX, and that is the US port that provides the power for the Sailboat GX. And I think they're gonna go in there and there. So let me just mount this back on the wall. I didn't want to leave it while I was cutting stuff out because it has opening in here and I didn't want the dust and the wood to go in. So I'm going to put that back on and then plug these 2 cables in. So we now got the screen out of the way. The cable comes out from the back, it comes up here and it goes around there and it goes into the Sailboat GX, as well as the power cable for the screen itself. If I understand it right, that's the power in. And the Sailboat GX comes with this power cable, so I thought I might as well connect that as well before I push forward. So although I'm not using a lot of these plugs at the moment, I've plugged them anyway because it's recommended so that you don't lose them going forward. They're better off sitting in place than lying in a box somewhere and accidentally be lost. With the lid off, it looks like this. It looks very solid, very solidly built, so I'm very happy with that. So you have 4 DC inputs for both the live and the neutral wire, and you have a earth in the middle. And these 2 big parts on the side here is so that you can connect several of these lynxes together, and you can also connect this Lynx to a BMS or a smart shunt as well to make it look pretty on the wall. So this is probably where I will connect my actual battery input, and these will be 4 outputs, one for the inverter, one potentially for the Sailboat GX, and so on. So I suspect that I will need another one of these, because you also use these DC circuits to input all your power in, which for me will be the solar as well as the wind and water turbines. With the distributor in place, all I need to do now is get a lot of cables so I can start to connect this up. So obviously the battery pack needs to be connected to the distributor connected to the motor and to the inverter, and so on. And there will be many different constellation or combination of how I can use this, so I will have to use a lot of 3-way switches to make sure that I can take all the benefits from this setup. So no testing for now, and I haven't gone into any low-end details, but I will do so in future episodes, so stay put and I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching this episode 14 of this playlist, and if you haven't subscribed to Modeler Hippo and you want to see more about the actual boat build, there's a separate playlist for that progress, as well as the electrical motor that I'm building for this setup as well, which is a separate playlist. So feel free to subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, concerns, stick them in the comments and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Thank you very much for watching.